The story surrounding P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and the controversies linked to their names is both complex and troubling. Let's break this down clearly and straightforwardly. P. Diddy's actions seem to have created a false sense of security for himself. He believed he was protecting his family, his empire, and his legacy. While that sounds noble, there appear to have been darker motives behind his decision. Over the years, the environment around him has been described as toxic and unsafe. Many individuals claim they were manipulated, threatened, and even intimidated to the point where they couldn't speak out or take action against him. This created a workplace and personal space where fear was dominant and people felt trapped. It's a heartbreaking reality for anyone to endure, living in constant anxiety about what might happen if they spoke the truth. The allegations linking Jay-Z to Kim Porter's death have added even more layers to this narrative. Some suggest there's evidence connecting him to her passing, which has sparked widespread speculation. Kim Porter was a significant figure in P. Diddy's life, and her untimely death raised many questions. There are claims that she knew too much about what went on in Diddy's world, including his relationships, private dealings, and more. Allegedly, she was even working on a tell-all book, which could have exposed many secrets involving not just Diddy, but others like Jay-Z. The mention of Aaliyah adds another dimension to the story. While some have linked Jay-Z to events surrounding her tragic plane crash, others insist his involvement in that situation is less clear. However, when it comes to Kim Porter, people are saying that she had insider knowledge that could potentially ruin many high-profile individuals. This has led to whispers about conspiracies, cover-ups, and silencing tactics used to prevent the truth from coming out. Then there's the issue of NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, that allegedly kept people from speaking about what they knew. But here's the thing. NDAs cannot legally protect someone if the actions in question involve illegal activity. For example, if someone witnesses a crime but feels bound by an NDA, that agreement doesn't actually shield the wrongdoing from being investigated or prosecuted. This point is critical because it suggests that some individuals who signed these NDAs may still come forward with what they know. Jay-Z's name keeps surfacing, not only because of his alleged connection to Kim Porter's death, but also because of his long-standing friendship with P. Diddy. The two have been described as inseparable, with Jay-Z frequently appearing alongside Diddy at parties, events, and other gatherings. This close relationship has raised eyebrows, especially as more details emerge about Diddy's alleged behavior. Some speculate that if Diddy's actions are fully exposed, Jay-Z might also face scrutiny due to their close association. Adding to the mix is Beyoncé, who some believe has tried to distance herself from these controversies. While she has attended some events involving Diddy and Jay-Z, there's a perception that she has been cautious about getting too involved. However, photos and videos showing her presence at certain gatherings have fueled rumors and speculation. One of the more shocking claims involves videos and evidence reportedly found in Diddy's home. These materials are said to implicate multiple people, including Jay-Z. If this evidence is as incriminating as suggested, it could have significant consequences for everyone involved. Many believe that as more pieces of the puzzle come together, a clearer picture of the connections between Diddy, Jay-Z, and other individuals will emerge. It's important to note that Kim Porter left Diddy, reportedly because she wanted a more stable and peaceful life for herself and her children. She was tired of the drama and infidelity, which speaks to the kind of environment she was dealing with. Her decision to walk away highlights the toll these situations can take on individuals, especially when they're caught in the middle of power struggles and secrecy. Diddy's pattern of behavior, using money and influence to navigate legal and personal troubles, has come under intense scrutiny. Many feel that his attempts to silence people through NDAs or intimidation are crumbling as more voices speak up. Similarly, the legal system is working to ensure that those who have suffered have their day in court, even if it takes years to uncover the truth. The situation also brings up a broader question. Why do people continue to associate with individuals whose behavior is clearly harmful? In many cases, it seems to boil down to fear. Fear of losing opportunities, being blacklisted, or facing personal threats. For some, staying silent or compliant feels like the only way to survive in these circles. As investigations continue, it's clear that this story isn't over. The web of connections between P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and others is complex, and the truth is slowly being unraveled. What's evident is that no one is above the law, and those involved will eventually have to face the consequences of their actions. A lot of people don't understand what they're signing when it comes to NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. They think it means they can't talk about what they've seen, but that's not always true. People are starting to see the truth about what's happening, and it's making them speak out. If you agree, show your support by liking this video so YouTube can recommend it to others. If you're with me, hit that like button, because this is about exposing what's really going on. Many people are scared of the lengths Diddy might go to keep his secrets hidden. They're afraid he'll send people to intimidate them, or worse. Let's not pretend we don't know how much power and influence he has. For years, it's been rumored that he used his private jet to transport things that shouldn't have been there in the first place. When authorities raided his mansion, they reportedly found a lot of things that raised eyebrows. They practically tore the place apart looking for evidence. And while Diddy's name is at the forefront, let's not forget about Jay-Z. His house hasn't been raided yet, but that doesn't mean he's off the hook. His case is far from over. If it were, we'd already be hearing about the list, a list of names that people are afraid will come out, because it could implicate folks who thought they were untouchable. Some of the people on that list haven't even been investigated yet, as far as we know. But the FBI doesn't announce what they're doing until they're ready to act. Technology has advanced so much that they don't need to plant bugs in your house anymore. They can monitor your phone without you ever knowing. Ever since 9/11, surveillance laws have changed, and saying certain keywords could put you on their radar. When Diddy allegedly read off those names and they went viral, it sent shockwaves through the industry. People started panicking because they knew the walls were closing in. Some even took out restraining orders against him, trying to protect themselves. But let's be clear. This isn't just about Diddy or Jay-Z, it's about getting justice for Kim Porter. Her death is still a mystery, and that's heartbreaking. There's speculation that Diddy had the power and resources to manipulate her death certificate, maybe even paying people off to cover up the truth. See, Mike Tyson has reportedly vowed to do whatever it takes to ensure Kim Porter gets the justice she deserves. This whole situation is tragic because it highlights how much control someone like Diddy can have over the narrative. If he wanted to, he could allegedly influence coroners and other officials. It's scary to think about what might have really happened to Kim Porter and how young she was when her life ended. As for Jay-Z, he should be careful because his name keeps coming up. There are photos and videos of him with Diddy, and people believe the authorities are holding on to that evidence as a secret weapon. When the time is right, they'll likely use it to turn one against the other. There's no loyalty in situations like this. It's every man for himself. Authorities might separate them to prevent them from working together to build a defense. While Jay-Z is trying to keep a low profile and stay out of the spotlight, more names are being mentioned, and it's only a matter of time before things catch up to him. Diddy, on the other hand, has always been at the center of this drama. People knew he was headed for trouble. The way he treated Cassie is just one example of his behavior. There's video evidence of him chasing her down a hallway, and that kind of footage doesn't lie. It's upsetting because it shows how poorly he treated her, even though he claimed to love her. You can't force someone to be with you, especially when you don't treat them right. If you truly care about someone, you show it through your actions, not by controlling or hurting them. Cassie showed incredible bravery by speaking out. It's not easy to open up about trauma, especially when the world is watching. She's now in a loving relationship and receiving the support and therapy she needs to heal. But the scars from what she went through will stay with her forever. That's the kind of damage Diddy and others in power have caused, not just to her, but to many others as well. This isn't just about public allegations or rumors, it's about the receipts, the evidence that people have brought forward. These aren't baseless claims. They're backed by facts, records, and witness accounts. Jay-Z and Diddy might think they can escape the consequences, but the truth has a way of coming out. Kim Porter, in particular, stood up to Diddy. She wasn't afraid to confront him and challenge his image. She wanted to break free from the toxic environment she was in. This is why her death feels so suspicious to so many people. Diddy's influence extends far, and his actions have set a dangerous example for others, including his own son. When a father sets a bad example, it has a ripple effect on the next generation. At the end of the day, this is about accountability. If you wouldn't want something done to your mother, sister, or daughter, then you shouldn't do it to someone else. It's that simple. People like Diddy and Jay-Z need to face the consequences of their actions. Their names are ringing bells for a reason, and no one can escape the truth forever. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more honest conversations like this. Let's keep the focus on justice and truth.